Thank you for having me. Very happy to be here to introduce the Akuvox product. Now, just in a nutshell, Trantech is an exclusive distributor for Akuvox. Right. So before we came on board, we've joined Akuvox roughly about almost a year now. Before we came on board, there was a food distributor ahead of us, right? And now there's only one. Right. Now, if you guys go online and search Akuvox, you'll find other suppliers selling those products, which was purchased previously from those ex-distributor. Now, obviously, the bulk of those resellers now buy from us. So there's only one main player for Akuvox, which is Trantech. Okay. Now, obviously, because we're very limited in time, I can spend the whole day talking about Akuvox, and I would, I wouldn't be finished with what it can do. So I'm going to skip a lot of those ones, and basically today we're going to discuss about the product, the model numbers, and certain features that allows you guys to be able to pass that knowledge on to the end user, and we'll skip the bulk of what it can do. Okay, so just a bit about Akuvox. You know, you don't need me to stand here and give you guys the whole spiel. But Akuvox, they specialize in VoIP system. They started off doing VoIP phones, right? Your phone systems. They've then added intercoms to their production line. So they've been doing intercoms for quite some years now. They're part of the StarNet group, so a big company. Now Akuvox is they've been around in Australia for quite some time. So, you know, they are quite new in Australia, but globally, they're a massive company. You know, they've got offices in more than 100 countries, okay, including US and UK. They're quite popular. Now, Akuvox is not your ordinary intercom system, okay? They're a smart intercom system. A cloud-based intercom system, right? So they're cloud-based. So as you would imagine, anything cloud comes at a cost. Akuvox has added their cloud feature to the intercom free of charge. So there's no subscription fees, there's no ongoing fees. Okay? It is free to the end user. Now, what makes Akuvox different to their competitor, Dahua, Hikvision, Aphone, Comlet, so on and so forth? To begin with, again, they're cloud-based. Okay. The other standout feature is their plug and play. There's absolutely no setup required. So it doesn't matter if you're connecting multiple monitors to multiple door stations. There's no assigning IP addresses. There's no port forwarding. Okay? There's no need to know, your average Joe can buy the product, take it home, plug it in, and it will work. Okay? So the issue with IP intercoms these days is IP addresses. You know, trying to set up multiple door stations, multiple phones, you need to know a little bit about, networking, assigning IP address to each individual device. Okay? Your average Joe won't be able to do it. Okay? With Akuvox, it does not work off IP address. Okay? It communicates via MAC address. So your issues like, IP conflicts, if they're changing internet provider, if they're changing modem routers, is no longer an issue with Akuvox. Okay, your IP address can change 100 times. Your MAC address will not. It's a unique number. Okay, that will never change. So not only it's a cloud product, okay, plug and play, communication through MAC address. Now Akuvox have your standard entry-level door systems, which is this one, and they go up to your multi-apartment commercial grade system. Okay. Now, monitor-wise, they range from 7-inch up to 10-inch. There's an option of Linux and Android. The main difference between Linux and Android, your Android system, you're able to download apps. So if the customer's got a camera system with a Dahua, Hikvision, whatever the manufacturer is, you're able to download the app onto the monitor, an Android monitor, and use it to monitor your camera system. So the Android monitor has the capabilities to do that. Whereas your Linux base is your standard. Okay? It doesn't have the ability to do. Okay? So they also have your standard IP systems and your 2-wire system. Okay? So for retrofitting, you've got your 2-wire. For your new install, you've got your IP range. Okay? And also there's a mix of wired and Wi-Fi. Okay? So with Akuvox, there's no set ways of doing it. There's no set ways of installing the product. So you can mix between 2-wire and IP, wired and wireless. Okay? As you can see here, I've done the previous demo with the previous group. So brand new product, out of the box, hasn't been configured. As soon as you plug these in, it will work off the bat. So your average customers off the street can buy a product, take it home, plug it in, it will work without any configuration whatsoever. Okay? It doesn't matter if they've got 1 or 2 monitors or multiple door stations. Okay? It's plug and play. Okay? Now, door stations. Again, Akuvox, you don't need to have a monitor for the door station to work. Vice versa. Monitors don't need a door station to work. So the customer can choose to buy a door station standalone and have that ring their phone directly. Same thing goes to their monitor. They can purchase a monitor without a door station and have it ring their phone directly as well. Okay? But that doesn't make any sense. Why would anyone buy a monitor without a door station? Give an example. So any business that has multi-location or even radio parts, say for example you've got another location in Sydney, you can have a monitor sitting here at the reception in Melbourne, another monitor in Sydney, and they can communicate between each other.
Do the monitors have cameras?
Yes. So their 10-inch monitor has a built-in camera. So a built-in 1 megapixel camera. So essentially speaking, you can do 2-way video talk. Now, the unique thing about Akuvox as well, a feature called multi-location calling. So basically what that means is, with your average intercom system, it needs to be in the same network for it to communicate. Okay? The monitor and the door station need to be within the same network for it to call each other. Okay? There's no 2 ways about it. It has to be on the same network. Right? With Akuvox, you can separate the door station to the monitor. I can have the door station here at Radio Parts using your internet connection here. I can have the monitor at Trantech office using a completely different connection. It will still call each other. Multi-location calling is one of the features that's built into the Akuvox. Now, while that sounds all good, how about the setup? Setup sounds complex. You need to be a tech head to be able to configure all this. Not with Akuvox. To have that feature working, all you need is enable one feature on the cloud to get it working. So all you need is enable one feature, that's it. Now how is that relevant to all of this? I'll give you an example. If I've got a system at my house, and my parent has a system at their house, right? To begin with, I can communicate with them. I can call them from my monitor and vice versa. Now the other benefit is, say for example, my parents is on holidays, right? They're in tropical paradise. They don't want to be taking their phones. They don't want to be disturbed. I have the ability to monitor their house through my system. And we're talking about two complete separate systems. So if someone comes to my parents' house and ring the doorbell, I'm able to answer that doorbell through my monitor. Okay? And vice versa. If someone comes to my house and rings my doorbell, and I'm not able to answer, they can answer my doorbell. Keep in mind, two complete different house, two complete different internet connection, one system. This is all possible through cloud connection. Okay, we'll discuss about the cloud feature in a sec. Any questions?
Yeah, are there any fees associated at all?
Absolutely no fees.
No fees at all?
No fee whatsoever.
Subscriptions,
No subscriptions. Anything on the cloud, nowadays everything's moving towards the cloud. Okay, cloud backup, so on and so forth. Okay, anything that's associated with the cloud, there's always ongoing fees. Storage fee, you know, you got to buy. If you want more storage, you got to pay more fees. It's a monthly subscription. With Akuvox, there's absolutely no fees. Okay, if they purchase a system, a kit that has a door station and monitor, cloud is free. If they purchase a monitor by itself, without the door station, cloud is also free. However, there is one fee. If they purchase a door station by itself, without the monitor, then yes, there's a one-off $65 fee. A one-off $65 fee. Basically, we call it a cloud license fee.
Is it the same for multi-tenant? So if you have multi...
Yeah, so multi-tenant, exactly the same.
Okay.
If you're doing a multi-apartment,
Yeah.
and there's no monitors in each tenant's house, there's a one-off $65 fee.
Per tenant?
Per tenant. So if you're doing 150 apartments,
Yeah.
and they don't have any monitor whatsoever, so let's just say, you know, they're buying a door station and they want that to ring directly to their phone system, their mobile. It's $65 times 150. However, most often if you're doing a retrofitting or a new install in a multi-apartment, there's always a monitor. There's no fees. Cloud is complementary if a monitor is attached to it. As long as there's a monitor, cloud is free. If there's no monitor and buy that door station alone, there's a one-off $65 fee. So cloud, storage, video, picture, you get 1 month free storage. After 1 month, it deletes itself and it starts again. With door logs, text, it's 3 months. And I'll explain in a sec. Okay? So video and picture, 1 month free storage. Text is 3 months. Okay? So there's no SD card whatsoever. customer will have instant access to those files on their phone. Okay? As soon as you press the door station, it will take a snapshot. Within a couple of seconds, that will go to the cloud, onto their phone. Okay? Now, Akuvox cloud service, they've got, the other groups asked me, where's the Akuvox cloud server hosted? Okay? So with Akuvox, they've got 5 different countries, 5 different servers in 5 different countries. Okay? At the moment, with Australia, Singapore is hosting their cloud. Now, in the not too far future, Australia will be hosting its own server. So hopefully by the end of this year, there will be a server in Australia. They'll be running Akuvox. Now, when we're talking about cloud, privacy is the number one concern. Okay? Akuvox Cloud is basically acting like a bridge, a gateway. So what that means is a gateway for the device to communicate, a gateway for the device to communicate through your phone. Privacy-wise, customers' personal details, privacy, pictures, image, get stored on the device directly. So if the cloud service is being breached, they can't have access to the details because those details are stored onto the device directly. So when we're talking about multi-tenants, we're talking about customers' personal details, image, phone numbers, so on and so forth. Okay? Those details are stored on the device. Okay? Any questions? All right, so we'll move on to the app side, how it communicates through the app, and then we'll talk about the cloud. Oh. Oops. Sorry guys, Nick's taught me how to use this, so. Oop. Okay. Perfect. Again, guys, as I mentioned before, Akuvox is a plug-and-play system. There's no QR code. There's no port forwarding. Okay? There's no password to remember. Your average user can buy a system from Radio Parts today, take it home, plug it in, and it will work. Okay? Now the question is, how do we get that onto their phone? Very simple. There is a quick registration process that they need to do. All right? It's like creating your own email. Okay, we'll go through it in a sec. Now, with Akuvox, their app is called Smart Plus. Okay. Now, their app, very powerful tool. It's made with end user in mind. Okay, very user friendly. In fact, the end user has full control over their device. Creating additional family members. Changing PIN numbers. logs, pictures, changing core settings. Everything can be done through the app. Okay. Now, most apps nowadays, to get onto the phone, scan the QR code. Use a password to log in. The issue is, what if you forget your password? What if you misplace your QR code? What if there's additional family members? You'll need an installer to come back to help you set it. Okay, not with Akuvox. Now the other issue with competitors' intercom system, as an installer, if I were to install a system at Joe's house, I'll set the intercom on his phone. I'll also have it on my phone as well. His privacy is pretty much gone. Okay. With Akuvox, privacy is important. So only any one user can log in at any one time. Only Joe has the ability to log in. Keeping in mind, the product is registered to Joe's phone number, right? Which I'll show you in a sec. Okay? Let me log out. Sorry guys, got disconnected. Okay, to get the system onto their phone, all they need to do is download the Akuvox Smart Plus app. Okay. You use your phone number to log in. No QR code. Eliminating a lot of issues down the track. No password. So for me to log in, I've actually preset these devices under my account. Okay. Phone number, hit obtain code. Okay. I'll get set in a code. Every time you log in, you'll get different codes. Okay, that's my code. Log in. There you go. So down the track, my phone would change, my phone number will not. Okay. So if I purchase a new phone, all I need to do is download the app, log in using my phone number. Well, if my installer try to log in, they can't because obviously they need to generate a code, and that code gets sent to my mobile. In the unlikely event that they do have that code for some reason, I'll get informed on my app that another person's signed in. Okay, security, privacy. Akuvox have that in mind. Okay, so once you've downloaded the app, pretty straightforward. Ring the doorbell, it'll call your phone. Oh, hang on. Yeah. Okay. Now, connection-wise, very fast, guys. We've tested this against third-party intercom system. Every single time, Akuvox is the first to call. Okay. Again, the app, very powerful. Not only that it will call your phone when you press the doorbell, you have the ability to call the phone from the monitor as well. Okay. So from the monitor, I'm able to call my phone. Okay. And vice versa. If I'm going down to Coles, for example, oh shit. What did my wife ask me to buy again? Was it milk or was it bread? I'm trying to call her phone, her mobile. She's not answering. Right? I have the ability to call the monitor directly. Cool. You got your phone system right there. Can I answer it? Hey, did you ask me to buy milk? Or was it bread? Okay. You have the ability to use the app to call the monitor. I've got an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old. Yeah, they don't have phones. The only way they can call me is through my wife's phone. What if my wife's at work? No issues. Sorry guys. Okay? They can call me through the monitor directly. Being a 10-inch, it has a built-in camera. Okay? They can call me through the monitor directly. Okay? And I've got two-way video talk. So not only have your standard, communication through the doorbell when someone calls, Akuvox works like a phone system. The user is able to call from the monitor or vice versa, from the app to the monitor. Okay. Not only that, next question. Oh, how do I add additional user? Simple. Again, the Akuvox system, the end user is in full control. All I need to do to add additional user is click on me, family member. Okay, create new family member. Username Joe. Okay, country code Australia, phone number 04123456. Okay, whatever that may be. Submit. Okay, I've just created an account for Joe, just like that on the app. So all Joe needs to do is, you know what we'll do, Joe? We're going to actually create an account for you now, a real one. Okay, Joe. Can you download the app for me, Joe?
I have, I can't, I've forgotten my bloody,
Password?
Yeah.
You don't need a password.
No, I do, look, I've tried to get it, look.
I've
recently changed it. Install. How bad's that? How bad is that?
Oh, who's able to download apps here? Have you got a phone? No? Phone guys?
I've got a phone, but yeah, I can download it.
Yeah, download the app.
I'll try again, Kevin, let me try again.
Yeah. What was your name?
Shane.
Shane. I hope I spelled it right.
S-H-A-N-E.
S-H-A-N-E. Oh, sorry, I spelled Sean, didn't I? What was your number?
0435.
0435.
279.
279
279 192.
192. Okay? Just like that, guys. Shane's phone number, name and phone number. That's it.
Where do I add it?
Yep. So once you've downloaded the app,
Yep.
download the app, Smart Plus.
Smart Plus. One word.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The cloud. Perfect. Okay, so I'm able to create additional family members through the app. Now, this is the thing. Now that I've added him as a family member, Shane's contact is right there. I'm now able to call Shane from this monitor. Yeah, you have to allow everything. So any contact I create, it automatically push it to the monitor. So all now Shane has to do is download the app, use his own phone number to log in. Not my phone number, but his own phone number. So there you go. Let's type that code in. It should be there. Yep, perfect.
Oh, yeah, and it's got the countdown time.
There you go. He's logged in. Save, because obviously if you don't save it, every time you log in, it will ask you for a code. Or later, press later. This is part of your phone feature. Continue.
This Shane can now pick up your milk when you need it.
Okay.
Exactly right.
Open your door.
That's fine. This is part of your phone feature. Just go back. There you go. You're logged in. Skip. Yeah, next.
Yeah.
Done. View. Yeah, that's fine. Permission. Push notification. Is it on? Yep, perfect. There you go. Okay, I've just added Shane to the app. So now if I press the door, or from the monitor, for example, and I need Shane to call, buy me some milk. Answer that. Shane, can you hear me? Sorry, bud, I forgot to buy milk.
Now, there's no photo, there's no video.
Yeah, so because you're calling it from the monitor, there will be no videos. Unless you buy a monitor with built-in camera. So it's this one. You can enable your camera on there. Hang on, let me call you with video. Let me hang up. So call Shane video. Yep, answer it and there'll be a video icon. The video icon? Yeah, enable it. Perfect. There you go. I can see Shane right there. There you go. And of course, if Shane needs to call me, he can call from his app to the monitor directly. Okay. Again, the end user has the ability to control their device. Not only they're able to add additional family members, but they're able to, for example, generate their own PIN numbers. Okay, set their own PIN numbers. Change their PIN numbers. Okay, that can be done through the app directly. Now, further to that, Akuvox gives you the ability to generate temporary access code. So basically what that means is, say for example, I'm expecting an electrician to come do some work at my house. Or Radio Pass has got a cleaner that comes periodically. Instead of giving them a token or PIN number, which you'll need to change, with Akuvox, temporary code, temporary key. So what that means is you generate your own PIN number or a PIN number and schedule that PIN number when you want that PIN number to work.
House sitting for you or something like that.
Yeah, Airbnb, for example, is a good example. If someone's renting my Airbnb property out, or renting my Airbnb property for 3 days, I can generate that PIN number. It will only work for that 3 days. After that, it will disable itself.
Do you get notified if I
100%.
uninstall the app?
Sorry?
If I uninstall the app?
Uninstall the app?
Yeah.
No, you won't get notified. Right. However, say for example, say I'm creating a temporary key.
Can you delete a user?
Yes, through the app.
So, yeah.
Yes.
If you don't want me to have access.
100%. Me as an admin user, if I don't want him to have access, I can delete. So all I need to do is under authorization, or sorry, not authorization, family member,
Yeah.
Shane. Yeah, why am I calling you? Sorry.
Just let him know you're going to delete.
Sorry, Shane, I'm deleting your access.
So just going to let you know
Delete.
he's calling you.
Yeah.
Delete.
That's it.
Okay, you're done.
So if I go in,
It'll kick you out automatically.
That's quite impressive.
Come on, Shane.
where is it? Yes. Your curfew's midnight, and then they can't come in after midnight.
Yeah.
Um,
Search it. Yeah.
there it is.
Search it. Smart Plus. Oh, there it is. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Give it a sec. It will kick you out. If you try to do something, it will kick you out. Okay, okay, not ready. But it should kick, yeah. Okay, so having the ability to add, remove family members without the need for any installers. Again, Akuvox is very low maintenance. Low maintenance for user, installers, resellers. Okay, again, temporary access code. Okay, there you go. Okay, so if I were to create a temporary access code for Joe, being an electrician, okay, hairdresser. That's a good one. Okay, I can assign repeat mode, whether is a one-time use or multiple use. Okay, repeat mode. Okay, each door count, which door I want to be valid and what time. So, for example, from now, and it'll be valid for say 5 minutes. Generate the key, submit. Okay, that's my key. So, my hairdresser can come to my house either with a QR code or a PIN number. So I can share that PIN number to my hairdresser. So share key, which I'm not. I'm going to share it with Shane. What's your phone number again? 0435.
Check it. 0435 279 192.
279
192.
192. Okay, send. You'll get an SMS with that code. You got the code, perfect. Now, my Mr. Shane here can then access my property using a QR code or a set PIN number. So with QR code, all I need to do is present that QR code to the camera. Done. How's that? Airbnb, present the QR code.
Very professional.
Yep, 100%. So after 5 minutes, that code will get disabled automatically. After 2 days of the rental, it gets disabled automatically. So there's no need to change PIN number every single time. Okay? There's no need to share PIN numbers. In actual fact, all of the Akuvox door station, okay, has a built-in card reader. Most have built-in keypad and camera. So not only that it has a dry contact, it's a full access control system. So your average intercom system is just dry contact, just relay stores and that's it. Akuvox is a full access control unit. It can be as simple as you want. It can be as complex as you want. Give an example, right? Say for example, your standard, say, access control system. All right, Joe's got his token. Okay, all of a sudden he's lost his token. All right, I found his token. Technically speaking, I can use that token to enter the premises. All right, so he needs to scramble, call the IT guy. Can you remove my token? I've lost it. All right, that's basically the nature of access control. With Akuvox, there's a feature called double authentication. So as I said, Akuvox can be as simple as you want it to be. It can be as complex as you want it to be. It has double authentication. I can link Joe's token to his PIN number. Or I can link Joe's token to his face. Even though I found his token and it's a valid token, I'm not able to use it because it needs either his PIN number or his face. Double authentication. That's one of the example of the more sophisticated setup.
So you can do it with fobs.
Correct. Fobs, tokens, PIN numbers. You can also link PIN numbers. Give you an example, right? I've worked with this customer. He got broken into one day. He's lost about $35,000 worth of goods. He suspected it was an inside job. Happened at night. All right. No sign of break-in. It's hence the reason why he suspected inside job. Okay, very clean. Okay, there's no signs of any door damage or anything like that. All right. staff member can share PIN numbers, they can access the premises. Okay, with double authentication. If Joe shares his PIN number with me, all right, with the intent of me coming here to clean up half the showroom, right, it won't work because Joe's PIN number is linked to his face. Even though the PIN number is correct, I'm still not able to open it because it also needs his face. That's one example of a more sophisticated setup. I can also set, if Joe's PIN number works from a certain time to a certain time, if he tries to enter outside those hours, it will not only deny his access, it will trigger a call automatically to the boss. An automatic call to the boss. Hey Joe, what are you doing at this time? You're in trouble. Okay, here's another example. Use it as a simple device. Use it as a more sophisticated device. Okay, a lot of integrators is opting for Akuvox because it has the ability to integrate with a lot of third-party devices. So if I'm pretty sure Akuvox has got an access control system, right? Instead of using that company's card reader, I can use Akuvox card reader and get it working with Radio Path's access control system. And at the same time, I've got a free doorbell. So not only you can use this as a card reader to access the property, I've got a doorbell right there. Any questions so far? Okay, so the end user has the ability to do a lot through the app. Now, another example. By default, it's set on group call. So when someone presses the doorbell, all the monitors will ring at the same time. Okay? But what if I don't want that? What if I don't want that? If I'm not at home, right, why would I want the monitor to call? No problem. On the app, under me, core settings. Core settings. I can define how I want the device to behave. I can set how I want the device to call. So for example, if I'm away, it only makes sense if it calls my mobile. There's no need to call the monitor, which is fine. So under core settings, I will change group call to sequential. Okay? Ring time, how long do I want that to ring? Okay, just for demo, we're just going to set that to 5 seconds. First call, who do I want the door station to call first? Let's call Kevin first. If Kevin doesn't pick up, I'm going to get it to call Shane. Oh, I've deleted your mobile. Anyway, I've deleted his mobile. If Kevin doesn't pick up, I'd like to call the monitor. I'm able to set 10 different rules. Okay, once I'm done, submit. So now if someone comes press the doorbell, it will call my phone first. Okay, no, didn't pop up. If I don't pick up, it will call the monitor. We're not going to do that, we're going to do this. Call that one first. Okay, so I've set so it calls this monitor first. If no one answers, it will call this monitor. Don't you hate it when you're doing a demo and things don't work? Control. Yes, mute. Anyway, you get the idea. It doesn't want to work for me. So on there, you have the ability, or the end user has the ability to control everything through the app. They have the ability to control the features through the app. So again, setting PIN numbers, creating temporary QR codes, access code, setting how they want the monitor to call. Now, this is the other part as well. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before. Multi-location calling. Have I mentioned that before? I have? Okay. I have? Okay, we're gonna elaborate on that a little bit. Multi-location calling. Okay, so basically what that means is the door station and the monitor can still work even if they're not on the same network. Most intercom systems, they have to be on the same network. Okay, not with Akuvox. Have an additional monitor in a different location and it will still work. The door station can be in Australia, the monitor can be in China, doesn't matter. As long as it has internet connection, it will work. It's made possible through the cloud. Okay, now, on the app, not only that they're able to control most features on the app, storage. So when someone presses the doorbell, it will take a snapshot of that person straight away. Okay, we're talking about cloud storage. Through the app, under activity, you're able to view all the logs and all the activities. So you've got door logs, you've got call history, okay, whether it's been answered or not, whether it's been called in or called out. You've got capture log. So again, so when someone presses the doorbell, it will take a snapshot of that person automatically. And of course, you've got motion log. Okay. Motion log is basically what it does. You can take, Akuvox takes things a bit further than what it sounds. Obviously, motion log is basically what it is. Where there's motion, it will take a snapshot automatically. Now, this is the thing. When motion is detected, Akuvox can trigger an automatic call. So if the delivery driver comes to the door station and just throws things there without pressing the doorbell, the doorbell will trigger an automatic call to the user. Okay? Without having them to press the doorbell. It will trigger an automatic call.
That's very common too.
Yeah. Very common. Happens to me all the time. Right? They're under, you know, they're behind. They go, whew, there's your parcel. You arrive home, parcel's all damaged. Very common occurrence. Okay? If that happens, they will get a phone call.
What's the detection area? How does it...
Yeah, so you can set regions as well. Okay? Not only that you're able to set regions, you're able to schedule that motion as well. So I want the schedule to work from certain days to certain days, or certain time, from certain times to certain times. That's possible with Akuvox. Again, Akuvox can be as simple as you want, can be more complex as you want. Give you an example. I've got a customer that has a property in Toorak. Okay? From the outside, it looks very old. It looks somewhat, I call it antique. Okay? Inside, very modern, very modern. Done a full reno. You walk into the property, all the latest technology, they have. But on the outside, it looks all worn down. Okay? He wants an intercom system, but he doesn't want to ruin that antique look. He doesn't want to put anything like this. You know what he wants? He wants those old chime ding-dong doorbell. You know, the black small one with a white circle. He wants that at the front of his door. But, this is the thing, but he wants that button to call his phone. How's that possible? How do you get an old ding-dong doorbell to call your phone? Only IP system can do that. Impossible. Akuvox can do it. Akuvox can turn that old ding-dong doorbell into an IP system. So when someone comes and presses the doorbell, he will get a call. He will get a call. So he can have the monitor, this fancy looking monitor with a built-in camera in his house, and have that little chime ding-dong doorbell at the front door. Any other system, forget it. Not going to happen. Because it's simple. It's a simple button. You can't get it on the phone. Welcome to Akuvox, guys. That is possible. Okay? It's things like that that makes Akuvox is not your standard intercom system. It's classed as a high-end smart intercom, making things dumb, smart. Turning your average product into smart. If it can turn that ding-dong doorbell into a smart IP system, imagine what else it can do. Okay. So again, to sum things up, plug and play. Plug and play. Right? For the end user to set multiple monitors to multiple door stations, doesn't matter what brand it is. Requires setup. Akuvox, plug it into the switch, it will work off the bat. To get this onto their phone, there's no QR code, there's no password. Privacy is number one, top priority. Okay? They're able to use their own phone number to log in. As far as radio parts concerned, all right, after sales service and support is very limited. It's next to nothing. Okay? The end user, as an installer, to come to radio parts, buy the Akuvox product, install it in their customer's house. For the installer, very minimum maintenance, because the end user have the ability to control most of the feature through the app. Setting additional family members, okay, which is very common. You know, I want this person to add, I want that person. They do it themselves. I want to change PIN numbers. You do it yourself. All right? Changing core settings, you do it yourself. Simple as that. It turns your basic device into a smart device. For integrators, by the way, integrators love this system. It can integrate with a lot of third-party devices. The end user, if they've got cameras, they're able to download the app on the monitor and use, say they've got a Dawa system. They're able to download the Dawa app onto the monitor and view their cameras. They're able to add the Akuvox door station to their camera system. Everything is very basic. There's no sophisticated setup. Okay, very straightforward. Okay, any questions? So that's basically in a nutshell.
Daniel has a question.
Yep.
But it's not really relevant to training. When we set up our demo units, you have like a Samsung tablet, but it's not mobile, it's just a Wi-Fi tablet. We can still
Yes.
set it up on that.
100%.
Yeah, good.
Correct. Correct.
And when I say we.
Correct.
Good.
So that's basically the user interface on the app. Okay. Now take you guys through the cloud aspect. Now, by the way, all this seems sophisticated. Sound expensive. It's going to cost over $1,000 per unit. No. In actual fact, your entry level that has all those features, the basic kit, retail, is about $400 and something.
That's the door station with the...
Door station, monitor, switch. $400 and something, retail. So they start from your entry level up to your multi-apartments. Door station costs us $2,000, $3,000, $4,000.
What ratings does the door stations have? As in like all IP?
All IP. Minimum IP 65,
Yeah.
up to 67. Right?
Did you show the...
Yeah, we're going to do that right now. Now, the build quality of these guys is absolutely amazing. Amazing. Which I'll show you guys in a...
Yeah.
Perfect. Now, a lot of manufacturers claim their products to be IP65, 66, 67, right? A lot of manufacturers, their panels, after a while, the panel becomes, dented and things like that. All right? Not Akuvox. I'll show you. This is what we call Akuvox quality.
New Vicks Vapor Drops Extra Strong. 3 times menthol. Clears the nose and soothes the throat.
Tell me how many intercom in the market is able to do this?
How many times have you guys seen a product advertisement?
Who's that guy? You seen that guy somewhere?
Today, we're going to put this product to the test. So I've got a brand new multi-apartment Akuvox. We're going to...
Oh, by the way, guys, plastic hammer, okay?
What we're presenting is actually true or not. So let's go. Let's plug this in. So we'll plug this in. Alright guys, I'm going to go one side of this. So let's see if this actually withstand a sledgehammer or would it break. So let's get this glued up. Alright. So it's not going to be a small tap release. I'm going to, okay, so count 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. How many intercoms on the market is able to do that?
Well, that was my next question. Vanderproof, I think we'd have to go there.
You don't have to answer that question, no.
No.
Surprisingly, I've actually presented the product to one of our competitor. They at the time they were quoting a multi-apartment job. It's either Akuvox versus Dawa. All right, I've showed him that model. I think in total there was about 1,950 apartments. Right. He looked at me like, Kevin, what do you think is going to happen to the door station? All right, this is the high traffic apartment. What do you think is going to happen when music keep tapping it? Didn't believe it. Didn't believe it. Most intercom on the market, after a while, wear and tear, it will actually, the touch panel doesn't work. IK10 rated. Okay, they've gone through the sledgehammer test. They've gone through weather tests. They've actually blowtorched the device. Works fine. Works fine. Okay. That's the quality of Akuvox. Pretty sure that answered your question. Right, guys, as I said, there's nothing like it on the market. This is not an intercom system. All right? It's an intercom system, it's a phone system, it's an access control system, it's an automation. Now, we'll give you that example. I was giving this example to the first group. All right, I'm working with a security company. He does a lot of domestic violence. All right? Loves the product. Loves the product. He's able to upload the husband's faces, to the unit. Every time they show up, or every time he shows up, triggers a call automatically to a registered number. Okay? Does it all the time. Okay? In domestic violence, uploads a photo. Each time that person appears, not only it will take a snapshot of that person, it will trigger a call to a registered number, which is their number. Because they do monitoring as well. They charge for monitoring. It triggers a call to that security company. That's one of the examples what Akuvox can do. Okay. Again, guys, Akuvox can be as sophisticated as you want it. It can be basic as you want it. If the end user just wants to buy a doorbell, right, they can go with the basic model. Okay? The difference is there's no programming. For installers, it's great. They're in and they're out. They're not there sitting there programming, trying to pull their head out. Oh, IP address conflicts, changing IP address. Those are non-existent. Okay? Then your installers will buy the product, go to Kevin's house, plug it into the router, done. From there, the end user manage everything through their phone. Adding user, creating PIN numbers, QR codes, changing core settings, whatever they may be. For integrators, great, they can do a whole lot. For security companies, there's opportunity to make money in terms of monitoring. For resellers, no headache, because there's low maintenance. Low maintenance. Now, to get this product onto customer's app, as I said in the beginning of the session, there's no QR code. There's nothing to scan. All you need to do is register the product on the cloud. So each reseller, every installer have their own cloud portal. This is the cloud portal. Sorry. Okay, so this is the cloud portal. To get this on the phone, all they need to do is create an account for the end user on the cloud. Exactly like how you create an email address. Once the account is created, you link the MAC address to that account. Keep in mind, Akuvox works off MAC address, not IP address, eliminating a lot of issues down the line. Okay, so to do that, all you need to do, because this process can be done through Radio Parts directly or through Akuvox directly. If the end user purchased the product, all they need to do, exactly like a Ring or whatever that may be, is call the company to activate it. Again, it can be done here pretty quickly, or it can be done through Akuvox directly. So all it needs is basically on the portal, on new, click on new. All we need is the customer's name, phone number, whatever that may be. Okay, link that to on each device at the back there's a MAC address. Okay, you let the cloud know what the MAC address is, the location, basically the monitor, where's it installed, kitchen, lounge room, upstairs, whatever that may be. Submit, you're done.
So we probably want to avoid over here at Radio Parts to do the registration.
Easy.
Yeah, because the MAC address is like long digits, and
Yep.
and sometimes for retail customers, probably they come in and you can do it. But for some people, for instance, like Joe's customer bought it online or whatever, and then the pickers.
Perfect. So what we can do?
Ship them all.
Yeah. So what we can do in that case is have an instruction sheet to please activate the product by calling or emailing the following number. Done.
So
Yeah.
finally the end user when they install it themselves can
Yeah.
do it.
So in other words, to get the system to work, all they need to do is plug the system into the switch. That's it. To get it to work. Right? The registration process, right? That's where they need to contact either Radio Parts,
They have to make a call.
make a call, or send an email.
Because I was looking online and there was no like online registration.
Yeah, we can certainly help in that regard.
And you're happy to do that?
100%. 100%. So there will be instructions on there. Call or send an email to the following address. Okay. So essentially, that process only applies if they want on their phone. That's it. But in terms of getting this product to work, plug and play. That's it. Okay. Now the other thing is before, because we're short on time.
Make it quick, Kevin.
Just quickly,
Yeah.
the facial recognition thing, you may have mentioned it, but I missed it.
Yep.
The facial recognition, can you set that so that
100%. So again,
someone face,
yeah.
just let them in?
Sorry.
So if you don't want to give your kids house keys or whatever, can they just recognize
100%.
the face and let them in?
Again, guys, everything's done through this.
Yeah.
So essentially, what I can do is under me.
And it doesn't recognize the picture.
No pictures.
It recognizes only human faces. Yes.
Like your phone.
On the phone,
Like
your phone. Yes. Yeah, like the phone has this AI algorithm.
Three-dimensional.
Yeah.
Three-dimensional.
So 3D. But keep in mind as well that their technology is deep learning algorithm. So as you age, the camera will adapt to that. So 50 years time, it will still.
Probably we're okay.
50 years time, it will still recognize you.
I've been holding back. Thanks, mate.
All right. So again, guys, the end user controls has full control. To set people's face, all they need to do is authorization, face recognition. Okay, get started. Done.
Perfect.
I've just uploaded it. Now, if I go here, how easy is that? How easy is that? And if I try to do this,
Sorry, can I use a photo of your face, Joe, so that I can make sure you can't get in?
Just push back.
I'll give you a fun example. One sec. Let me do this. If I try to do this, okay, that's my picture. Okay. So no photos, no videos. Give me a thing. It's funny how you said that. I had this customer absolutely hates his mother-in-law. Absolutely hates his mother-in-law. Uploaded her face to the device. Every time she turns up, you know what happens? All the blinds, all the shutter goes down. No one's home.
That's a bit extreme.
I was laughing my head off. Again, supports home automation. Okay, so the end user controls everything through the app. When Radio Part's selling a product, there's very low after-sales support. When you're selling Hikvision product, there's quite a bit of support. You got to do this, you got to do that. Oh, you got to put forward, you got to contact installer. Not Akuvox. Not Akuvox. All right, any more questions? We'll leave it at that.
Very good.
What do you guys think? It's a product that you won't come across very often. And Trantech has the privilege to promote the product.
You talked about the calling between the mobile phones and the...
Yeah, we've shown all that. Yeah.
So we'll get to do that set up.
Yeah, for your display, you'll need to do that. I'll help you with that.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so in a nutshell, that's it. Without having to, everything else is part of the more advanced training. So when it comes to access controls and things like, guys, I'm here at your disposal. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want a private training session, we can always do that through online. If you have a customer that's asking hard questions, if you have a project that you're helping customers work on, feel free to give me a call on my mobile directly. It's safe to say I know my Akuvox inside out. I don't know everything, but I know enough. Okay? That's it. Thanks, guys.